Jambo, how are you? I'm back on the live again, and I wish for us to continue discussing. Wish for us to continue discussing the Swahili foods. Mm, hope I'm not too far. Am I audible? Jambo, it's evening on my side, so good evening. Habari ya jioni. How are you? Masalheri. That's also another Swahili greeting. Mm, so let's continue to discuss Swahili foods. In my previous live, we've been talking about we were talking about simple Swahili foods that you can try at home, and this is a continuation of that live. And let's talk about just have this on my laps. Yeah. Sorry, you have a phone call. Sasa mlikuwa mmetufanyia nini? Alikuwa mkono mtupu. Sababu nilikuwa na plan fulani kwa mkono mtupu kesho. Yule nimekuja tu mkono mtupu. Mambo ya kimaya mpepo na mtupu. Fulani nakiondoka mbio. Baada ya mbele natokea hapo sima na kuangalia. Mami. Mimi naelekea tu moto hiyo. What I feel subscribers na 350 followers TikTok na 1300 YouTube. Eh? Sasa nataka tu ukitaka top Swahili content creator in Kenya. Nani zinakopa? Nilikuwa nilipo sasa na inakopa tu. Eh, mm. Ndio kutana. Sio tu nimesitoka kama aina. Takuwa nafanya hata kama ni usiku. Siwezi hata hii yote alafu ni yeah, but you told me when I was pregnant. Na nilikuwa job. Nilikuwa job kama nilikuwa nasoma. Sasa two different things. Maana sinakula kitu wa mtu. Usiniambie bora vile nimeweka bidii. Mm. Mtendanayo. Mm. Mm. Na nani huyo? Steve ameamua kuweka. Mm. na anaweza kuwa nijulie wapi. Mm-mm. Unless, lakini kama uliambia nani daktari, si unajua daktari pia ananga nini, si pengine aliambia mtu akamwambia eh? Na si ni ukweli. Eh. Mm. Hata ukaniruka. Mm. Na si wao ndo walisema wewe ni wrong company. Si wao ndo walikwambia. Sasa hiyo wanadhani hatujui. Anataka kwenda na wao Mombasa kufanya nini? Nani sana wamemwambia? Eh. Oh, hiyo trip naikumbuka. Ako na hiyo pesa. Kama anaweza pata wote aende basi. Mami kama amepanga kwenda hiyo Mombasa, there's nothing you can say that will convince her otherwise. Mami ataenda hiyo Mombasa. Kama anataka kwenda hiyo Mombasa ataenda hiyo Mombasa. Asiendasikia maweird na huko peke yake. Labda atafunga macho yeye enjoy tu. Mm. Eh, join live yangu hata unisikie tu basi. Tena uniweke kwa TV. Umekuwa mkali, mimi ndo nilikwambia silali. Haya basi. Hata sasa nakwambia bye. Hata si tuingie back kwa line. Oh, you're saying hi to Auntie Jojo, she's going. Say hi to people. Say hi to Auntie Jojo, she's going.
Hello. Hello. How are you? How are you, Mama?
Anakutafuta kwa TV.
Unanitafuta kwa TV.
Haya. Oh, I'm sorry about that, people. But I'm back now. And I'm back with the guest. Little Zaza is joining us for this live. And she's here telling you hi. She's saying hi. She was asleep. I thought I would steal a few minutes to take us through some other Swahili recipes. I left the other live impromptu because she needed mommy. But we're here now. So let's talk about one more simple meal called ugali or sima. That's another Swahili meal, another Swahili recipe that is very, very easy to make. And I'll just be quick about it. So ugali or sima is one of Kenya's staple food. It's made out of maize flour, and water. So this is simple. So you put the water to boil, depending on of course, the number of people that are going to enjoy the delicacy. And you put water to boil. After the water has boiled, Sasa, you're saying hi, okay. After the water has boiled, you add in the flour as you mix. You use a cooking stick to mix. So you keep mixing as you turn in the sufuria or the pan. Mix and turn until it is soft, or it's soft enough or hard enough. And then now you can serve. One fun fact about ugali is, well, you're being taught to make ugali in a Kenyan household. As a little girl or a little person, you're usually told that for you to know that your ugali is ready, you need to throw it on the wall. But if it sticks, it's not ready. If it falls down, it's ready. I don't know if that is how it is or I'm confusing. But there's a theory that you throw the ugali on the wall and then you see if it sticks, it's ready. If doesn't stick, then it is not ready. And then aside from that, there's also a theory that you go outside and try to smell. If it smells, or rather if you hear an aroma, then it is ready. If you don't hear an aroma, then it's not ready. So that is how we were taught how to make ugali growing up. And it was one of the tests for your parents to know if you're ready, or rather if you're big enough, they'll test you with ugali. So yeah, so you that's what you do. That's what you do. That's how you make ugali. And you make this ugali using, like I said, it could be made with maize flour, or you could do it with cassava flour, or millet and sorghum flour. So depending with the flour that you have and what you want to do, what ugali you want to make. So for occasions or for celebrations, what we call in Swahili sherehe, most people usually make both ugalis, that is white ugali and brown ugali, or cassava ugali, or millet ugali, or white ugali, which is maize ugali. And yes, and people usually enjoy the ugali with various accompaniments. In western part of Kenya, where I come from, ugali is best enjoyed with chicken stew or just chicken. Other areas enjoy ugali. Western Nyanza region, they enjoy ugali with fish, stew, fried fish. Other areas enjoy ugali with beef stew, or chiffon, or mutton, or pork, but stewed and fried or roasted. And in most, if you've heard about Kenya, then if you've heard about Kenyan foods, then you've most definitely heard about nyama choma. Now, nyama choma is just roasted meat. It could be roasted beef, or roasted mutton, or roasted chiffon. And yes, and so one of Kenya's most famous foods is actually nyama choma and ugali. Nyama choma sometimes goes with kachumbari and ugali that I've told you about, or that is food that you'll not miss in the celebrations or the sherehes in the country. So, how would you enjoy your ugali? Let me know in the comment section. Would you rather have it with beef stewed, or fish, or chicken stew, or fried? Or would you try ugali if you're not from Kenya? Would you want to try ugali? Would you wish to try ugali? But I'm sure if you came to Kenya today, if you went to any household today, just one if you put a household anywhere in Kenya, probably 8 out of 10 of those households will be having ugali for dinner or for lunch. So ugali is Kenya's staple, and you can only, what should I say? You'd best enjoy the full Kenyan experience if you're ready to eat ugali. I know some ugali is a common African dish, and I don't know if you're from any other African country that is not Kenya, and you watch this live or you watch this live. What is the name that you give to your ugali? Just maize flour that is cooked. Is it pap? I'm not sure if that's what they call pap or no. Or no, but yeah, that's ugali. I've talked about another simple dish called kachumbari. Again, very, very famous in Kenya. It's not necessarily a designated traditional Swahili food, but it is also eaten in Swahili households. And it is kachumbari. Kachumbari, like I said, mostly goes with nyama choma, or you could just have it with other dishes. And let's talk about kachumbari. So basically, there is a basic kachumbari that you can make, and then there is a more sophisticated kachumbari that you can make. And for the basic kachumbari that you can make, you'd need tomatoes and onions. Okay, so what do you do to these tomatoes and onions so that they become kachumbari? You wash your tomatoes and your onions, and then you, first of all, let's begin with the onions. So you cut your onions into small pieces, tiny pieces if you can, and then you soak them in water with salt. It could be cold, it could be warm. Just one, the reason why we are soaking them is just to remove the icy oniony taste, or not taste but smell. And then you put it, you let it soak up for as you prepare your tomatoes. So you wash your tomatoes and then you cut the tomatoes in small pieces, and then you you take your onions from the soaked water, sieve, get your onions, and then mix with your tomatoes, add in some salt. If you're a pepper person, add in some pepper, and that's it. You're done with your kachumbari. It's ready. You can use it for whatever you want to use. So if you want a little bit more sophisticated kachumbari, then you take tomatoes, same procedure, tomatoes and onions, and then you'll add in some dania, or known in English as coriander leaves. Then you can add in some capsicum if you want. That's pili pili hoho. And then you can add in some lemon juice if you want. And then, of course, salt and pepper if you're a pepper person. So, what do you do? Same procedure. Wash the onions and the tomatoes, soak the onions in salty water, cut the tomatoes, cut the capsicum, cut the dania or the coriander leaves, and then uh, mix everything together. Mix everything together, and then lastly add in the salt and pepper if you're a pepper person, and then add in also what is it? Lemon juice if you want the lemony feeling. And there you have it. You have your kachumbari. So you can enjoy your kachumbari, like I said, with beef, or you can enjoy your kachumbari with chiffon that is roasted or fried, dry fried. Yeah, so that is kachumbari, another one of Kenya's uh, famous dishes. So we've talked about ugali, we've talked about kachumbari, and we've talked about tea in the previous lives. So, in the next lives, you could tell me in the comment section. I can see one person has joined us. Welcome. Tell me in the comment section or in the chat where you're joining from. I'd like to know where you're joining from. If you can hear me, let me know where you're joining from, and what is your favorite Kenyan dish or your favorite Swahili food. So as we wait to hear and to see from. Thank you. So, what's your favorite Kenyan dish? What is your favorite Kenyan dish? So that I can tell people how to make them. I can see Joanna joining in live from Nairobi. Thank you for joining in. Can see another person has also joined in. Thank you so much. So, Joanna, if you can just chat and tell us what is your favorite Kenyan dish. It's your favorite Kenyan dish. So today we're talking about Swahili foods, and we've talked about ugali. We've talked about. I can see Sean. Sean is also joining in from Nairobi. Thank you, Sean from Nairobi. She's talking about nyama choma. Talking about nyama choma. Well, I was trying to avoid talking about nyama choma to spare it for the next live, but because of Sean, let me talk about nyama choma. So nyama choma is a Kenyan dish. Just hold on, just hold on. Yes, so Sean mentioned nyama choma. She mentioned nyama choma as a favorite Kenyan food. So let's talk about nyama choma. So nyama is meat in Swahili. So and choma is roast. So any roasted meat is nyama choma. But the most common nyama choma that you'll get in most places in Kenya is the roasted chivon or goat meat. So the goat meat, if you eat roasted goat meat, then that's nyama choma. So I'll give you a simple nyama choma recipe that you can try at home. You can, of course, you need your chivon or your meat of your choice, and you can choose to marinate it with whatever spices that you have. And aside from that, you can also, if you don't want to marinate it, then you can just get ready to. You can just get ready to roast it, and so nyama choma is a Kenyan's favorite delicacy. I'm here with my baby, and she's having her dinner. So we can just continue. I can see Jana is commenting about my skin routine. I will tell you next time. I'll talk about my skin routine next time. Thank you so much, Joanna. Thank you, Sean, for being here. And yeah, so talking about nyama choma. So you have your nyama or your meat of your choice, and it's ready. So you can choose to marinate it with ingredients that of your choice, or you can just cook it raw as it is with no spices. So once you have your nyama, you You can choose to roast it in your oven, or you can just roast it on your jiko. I don't know what you call jiko in English, but let's just say oven. So you roast it as you check how how it looks, and you remove it when it's ready, and you can have it, of course, accompanied with kachumbari and ugali, just like we've talked about before. That is kachumbari and ugali. So yes, so I've given you simple Swahili foods that you can try at home. You try and let me know which one you loved. So I've given you simple Swahili foods that you can. Yes, so I've given you simple Swahili foods that you can try at home. Try and let me know which one is your favorite. If you're an Kenyan who is going to watch this live, and if you're a Kenyan and you wish that I talk about you're a Kenyan and you wish me to talk about any other of your favorite Kenyan meal, let me know. I'll also talk about it in my next live. Thank you, Joanna. I can see you're talking about my baby. You're saying I have a beautiful baby. Thank you, Joanna. And you have a name like me. You're my namesake. It's good to see you. Good to see that I have somebody with my name also. Thank you so much. So if you're joining us, Anthony is just joining. Anthony is just joining us. And yes, Anthony, welcome. Welcome to our live. We've been talking about Kenyan foods. We've talked about simple Kenyan foods that you can try at home. We've talked about ugali. We've talked about kachumbari. We've talked about nyama choma. And the previous live, we had talked about chai, both black tea and Kenyan tea. Thank you. Can see comments still about my baby. Baby is carrying the day. I'm so proud as a mommy. So let's meet in the next live. Let's meet in the next live. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time. It is always Diana, the Swahili expert at the Swahili Age with Kabaka Diana. See you until next time. Kwaheri.